All right. So I understand if you didn't, you're not prepared. It's okay. We can go ahead and still go through the lesson, um, and break down everything. What I need for you to do though, to get started, go ahead and take care of your week 6 attendance. And I will do the same.
Okay, how do I find that?
It's in the it's what we talked about with the discussion, the attendance in the discussion.
Okay, so I got to go to module two.
No, no, we in module 3. We're in module 3. So just go to module 3 and then do your attendance for module 3.
Module three is locked on my computer. So,
It's interesting. It was I said it available September 16th, and yeah.
now I see on the
Log out.
lessons, I see on the right hand screen where it says module two discussion question, module three attendance, and module four attendance.
Right. So first thing you got to do is you didn't you got to do you definitely got to do the module 2 discussion question. If you don't do that, it's not going to let you move forward. I set it up for you to for you to have to finish your assignment before excuse me, it'll allow you to move forward.
Okay, well, I've done module two questions. I've done that because I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, I see it. I'm looking at it as well. Okay, so if you've done module 2 questions, then there should be no reason why you're not able to get into module 3. Did you do the attendance for modules for attendance in module 2 for the both weeks? Module 2 will be weeks
Well, I know I see
4.
I did the attendance for module three. I did do the attendance for that.
Well, if you did the
I'm going to two now, see if I did it. I did it for two as well.
if you did the attendance, then there's no reason for you to that if you did the attendance for the module, then you should be in there because that's how all of that is in the module. Yeah, I see you did. See you did week 3. I see you did week 4. You didn't do week 5.
I don't even see a week five.
All right, so log
Week
out of your
five.
pop and then log back into your Poply and then go to lessons.
I'm in lessons.
Did you log out of Poply?
Oh, you want me to log completely out?
Log completely out of Poply and then log back into Poply. The only reason why module 3 is locked to you is because you have not completed something in module 2.
Okay, I just logged back on. So,
So go straight to module 3 and see what happens. If it's locked, then that means you haven't completed something in module 2. And I set my class up that way on purpose to make sure that students do the lessons. Yeah, I'm looking now. You did not look at the note duration lesson that I put up there, and that's the reason why it's locked to you.
4, what module is that?
Module 2.
You say note duration.
So you go to module 2, you click on the note or reading and resources. It says note duration lesson, note duration. You didn't go through that lesson. That's the problem.
Okay, so I'm trying to understand what I didn't do because I did go through this.
Open it up and go through it again, because the Populi didn't read that you went through it. Populi tells me that now Populi is telling me that you're going through it right now. It's got time.
I did go through it before. I'm positive of that. Because I remember this. I remember especially the chart displays. Yeah, I remember going through this.
I know I went over it in class, but Populi is saying that you didn't do it till just now. So I don't know why, but not going through this is the reason why you had your issue. But you got to go through the whole thing, because it's not, if it doesn't say you completed it, then it's not going to let you move forward.
You know, it would have been nice if they had given us some type of class on this so we would know all this information.
I mean, it's all good. That's why.
I didn't know. If I had known that, then I would have gone back and checked to find out what I didn't do to make sure. I mean, that's a no-brainer for me. You know, if I know how this software operates and how to maneuver through it, then it would save a lot of wasted time.
I understand, but it's all good. Like I'm here with you. You know what I'm saying? And I told you what's up. So don't even allow it to bother you, fester, or frustrate you.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, it's not just in your class. We having issues in all our classes with this.
Oh no, I get it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said that's why I'm here to help, bro. So don't even let it bother you or trouble you too much.
Okay, I see module 3 is open now.
Okay, so then let's get it cracking. All right.
So, is there an attendance that I need to do for this?
Yes, each module is going to have attendance for you.
Okay, so I only see attendance week 5 and week 6.
Yeah, that's the attendance. We're in week 6, so you need to do attendance for week 5, which is last week, and you need to do attendance for today.
Okay.
Okay. Attendance is taken care of. See, the good thing about Populi is it registers every time you log in. I know. So, for example, I know that you logged in last week on the 15th, and I know that was the only day last week you logged in, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know that you didn't log in at all this week until now. So, Populi it has its pluses, and we were trained on properly, so that way we could train you. So part of the reason why I set up the locking mechanism like that is to keep pacing in the class. I want to make sure that you keep up with me, so that way you are good and you don't get lost, because we got a test coming up next weekend. And you know, I want to make sure that you're going to be ready for this test. Let's go ahead. Okay. Let me know, what do you see on the screen?
I'm in module 3.
Well, I'm sharing my screen. Do you see?
Oh, okay. I got to pull the screen back up.
Oh, okay. Because you did your attendance already for week 5 and 6, or are you still doing it?
I did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it kind of kicked you off. Now I got to find you. Okay.
All right. So what do you see on your screen right now?
You have Populi open.
Okay. So you see the schedule coming up, right?
Yeah, I see it.
Test next week. So I just want you to understand that, so that way everybody can know, like, oh, okay. I have not uploaded the test in the system yet, but I will. So just so you know how the grades are going to be working in the class, this is the rubric. You're going to have 2 tests, just like I explained in the beginning of class, 2 musical analysis, and 1 final project. You're going to create your own composition, okay? All of that will come together to create your class grade. All right, so lessons. Module 3. So now we're getting into simple meter. We did that last week. We did odd meter, right? And we did dynamics. Now let's check out how to read simple meter. Do you see the video on the screen, right?
I do.
Okay.
This is the 1-minute music lesson with Leon Harold. In this lesson, we'll learn about simple meter. A meter is the basic rhythmic pattern defined by the time signature. There are 2 basic types of meter: simple meter and compound meter. A simple meter is a meter with a beat that is divisible by 2. It is easy to tell which meters are simple meters because the top number of the time signature will be the numbers 2, 3, or 4. The time signature 4/4 is a simple meter. We know this because the top number is 4. The beat in 4/4 is a quarter note. We know this because if we imagine the bottom number as a fraction under the number 1, it equals 1/4 or a quarter. Since the beat in a meter of 4/4 is a quarter note, its beat is divisible by 2, meaning it divides equally into 2 parts, or 2/8 notes. Let's look at another example. The meter 3/2, which is commonly found in Renaissance music, is also a simple meter. We know this because the top number is 3. The beat is a half note, because if the number 2 is a fraction under the number 1, it will be a half. So in a meter of 3/2, the beat is a half note, and that is divisible by 2, because a half note divides equally into 2 quarter notes. Here is a list of 12 of the most commonly seen simple meters. Each one of these meters has a beat that is divisible by 2. We know they are all simple meters because the top numbers are 2, 3, or 4. Remember, a simple meter is a meter with a beat that is divisible by 2. To help you better understand this concept, I have created a free poster that you can download in the link below or directly at my website, oneminutemusiclesson.com. That's it for this lesson. Next time on 1 Minute Music Lesson, we'll learn about compound meter. Before you go, don't forget to click thumbs up, subscribe.
So basically, the top number tells you how many beats is in the measure. The bottom number tells you what type of note gets the beat. So if you see 4/4, that's telling you it's 4 beats in the measure. The quarter note gets the beat.
Okay.
5/4, it's telling you it's 5 beats in the measure. The quarter note still gets the beat. If you see 3/2, it's 3 beats in the measure. The half note gets the beat.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. I'm trying to process it.
Okay, good. Let me see.
So the top note tells you how many beats are in the measure, and the bottom note tells you what note gets, how many beats that note gets.
No, it tells you what note gets the beat.
Okay, so I was right the first time. What note gets the beat?
You was right. You got to believe you got it, bruh. Did you can you see my screen now, or do you still see the properly do you see what I'm looking up now or no?
No, the video that just played is still on.
Okay, all right. Okay, let me see how I do this now. Okay. What
Are you recording this class?
yes.
Okay, so you're gonna upload it so I can go back and refer to it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Did you see? All right, so now you see Lullaby. You see Lullaby, right?
Yes.
All right. So tell me if the meter pertains to the time signature. What's the time signature here? What does it mean?
2/4. It's 2/4 time. And
Think about the verbiage I just used. What does the top number tell you?
how it tells me how many beats there are in a measure.
There you
And the
go.
bottom note,
I
pardon?
said, there you go.
Yeah, and the bottom note tells you that the quarter note gets the beat.
Hey, look at you cooking with grease. Now that's what I'm talking about, son. Yes, yes. Okay, let me see. What's the time signature here?
3/4 time. 3 beats to a measure, and the quarter note still gets the beat.
There you go. See, look at this. Look at that. Yes. Let me see if I can hit you with another one. All right. I don't have any more examples readily available. But what if you had 12/8 time?
That means that there's 12 beats to a measure, and the 8th note gets the beat.
Look at that. That man got it. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So let me get back to the Populi screen. Okay. Let me see if this is gonna work. Are you looking at my screen now? Do you see that video back up there?
Yes.
All right. Do you see Poppily back up here now?
Yes.
Good. Okay. All right. Now let's take the rest of the time to review for the test. Okay.
All right.
Module 1. Instrument families. What instruments are inside of the string family?
The violin.
Right.
You have the cello.
Yep. What helps me with these is to go in the order of pitch from high to low, so that way I make sure I cover everything. So you start with the violin like you did. What's the next pitch one underneath that?
Is it viola?
Viola.
Viola.
There you go.
Violin, viola. I see it, but I can't call it by name.
Cello. Well, you said cello already. So
yes,
viola,
yes.
cello.
Cello, and then that's another one.
Yeah. What's another word for bottom?
Another word for bottom?
Yeah. What's another word for bottom?
Another word for bottom.
Yeah. Home.
I'm sorry.
Home. Finish the phrase. Home.
Home.
You gotta flow.
I'm sorry.
I'm trying to get you to think. So think about this for a second. Another word for bottom, right? And it's used in a phrase to talk about where you station yourself, right? Home what?
You got me.
When I say this, you're gonna be like, oh my God, you're gonna be mad at yourself. Okay. You have a regular guitar and a what kind of guitar?
A bass guitar, acoustic guitar.
No,
and
well, no, that's fine. But which one is for the bottom?
The bass.
Okay then. Violin, viola, cello, and what?
Bass.
Thank you. I was trying to say.
I don't know why I couldn't think of that.
I was like, home what? Home base. I was trying to get you to say home base. It's all good, bro. Sometimes we had a moments with a brain freeze. Like I remember when I was in advanced theory, it was like, what? I was one day my brain froze and I couldn't think at all. And it was a simple question. But sometimes when you get in the water, man, you know what I'm saying? You be like, oh, I can't swim anywhere else. I can tread right here, but so that's why I'm doing this.
Brother, I'm sorry. I got a lot going on in my personal life and the school, so my mind is like all over the place. It's kind of hard to concentrate. So I apologize.
No, you're fine. You ain't gotta apologize. We in this together. I'm trying to make sure that you have the information so that way you can smash the test. That's my bottom line, brother. So you're good. Don't worry about it. Okay, so now staff. What's a staff?
Staff consists of 5 lines and 4 spaces with a treble clef.
No.
No.
The way you define a staff is the 5 lines and 4 spaces upon which music is written.
Oh.
Because that would make it seem, the way you define it makes it seem like, well, if I put a bass clef on it, it's not a staff no more.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So make sure I will write this down. Definition of a staff is the 5 lines and 4 spaces upon which music is written. Now, what is a clef? The definition for a clef is quite simply a symbol at the beginning of the staff that tells you the range of the notes in that particular staff.
A range of a note.
Tells you the range of the notes in that particular staff. So again, a clef is a symbol at the beginning of the staff that tells you the range of the notes in that particular staff.
Okay.
Ledger lines.
Ledger lines are the lines that only used when a note is either above or beneath the staff.
Right. They just basically there to denote the notes. Ledger lines are lines that denote the notes that are above or beneath the staff.
So I need to go back and restudy module 3.
Well, no, the test is going to cover modules 1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
So that's why we're going over it now. So next, so we just went over those first 2. Next is note identification, right?
Okay.
What is this note?
It's a whole note, but it's a C. C flat.
Exactly. So when you get it on the test, it'll look something like this. You need to put C flat.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? What's this note?
That's like, what is that? That's a E. No, it's a G, isn't it? G flat.
There we go, G flat. Remember,
okay.
So now what's this one?
B.
No. Think about it. You got every good boy does fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you already said this is G, right? You already
Yeah.
said base is G, so then what's that ledger line?
A.
There you go. Okay.
Okay.
So what
So
you need,
that's I'm sorry.
so what you need to do is you need to go through this exercise right here to make sure you can identify notes easily. Okay.
Okay.
Let me see. I'm not really. I don't. Okay. You do need to know the difference between a whole step and a half step.
Yeah.
A whole step from C is what?
D.
Thank you. A half step from C is what?
C sharp.
A half step down from D is what?
D sharp.
No, I
You
said
said half step down from what?
from D. D sharp would be a half step up.
I half step down from D is D flat.
Exactly. Now, when we looking at the keyboard, C sharp and D flat are the same note, just depending on if you're going up from a note or going down from a note, right?
Right.
All right. Key signatures will definitely be on the test. You need to know all 12 of your major key signatures cold. What's this key signature?
That's where you got me.
So remember I told you the trick. The shortcut to finding out the name of the key signature for sharps is to go a half step up from your last sharp. What's the half step up from that C sharp?
G.
G is half step up from C sharp?
Oh, you said from C sharp, a half step up from C sharp. That would be D.
Do you see the C sharp do you see the key signature on your screen?
Yes, it's a F sharp and a C sharp.
Right, so a half step up from the last sharp in the order sharps. So this last sharp right here, this C sharp, what's the half step up from the C sharp?
Oh, okay. See, I'm looking at it. Okay. All right. So C sharp is the last sharp. So a half step up from C sharp will be D.
There you go. What's this key signature?
G.
Good. What's this one?
Okay, so with the last sharp be G?
Yes.
G sharp? Okay.
Yeah, we read from right to left, just like we do on other ones. Yes, sir.
Okay. So you read your sharps and flats from right to left.
From left to right.
From left to right.
Think about this. F sharp is always first. It's just like when you're reading a book, you read the first word on your left.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You know, I shouldn't have even got on this class today. That's my mind.
You needed this class today because you don't want to be in a situation where you come and you get the test next week and be like, what had happened was.
You're right.
So what's this key signature?
So this is G sharp. I don't know.
What's the half step up from C sharp?
F sharp? F? No, that ain't right. That ain't F.
Half step up from G sharp is what?
G. I have step up from G sharp. Oh, with G.
Yeah, in case you didn't realize this, right? I went ahead and specifically said you need to understand steps, half steps, and whole steps before we even got to this point, right?
Uh-huh.
That's why I did it. So what's a half step up from G sharp? Think about your musical alphabet, brother.
Okay. That would be G sharp. That's B.
No.
I have step up from G sharp. Oh, that would be, well, it's not B.
No, it's definitely not B. Think about the musical alphabet, my brother. What come after G?
A.
Yeah. So it's going to be some form of A, right? Because that's what's next in the musical alphabet. So what's the half step up from A? I mean, half step up from G sharp. Excuse me.
That would be A.
Thank you. Remember, between G and A, you have your half step. So if you go a half step up from G, you have G sharp. Then the next half step is A natural. If you're going down from A, it would be A flat, then G natural. You understand?
Yeah, I'm seeing it now.
What's this key signature?
There is none. It's
Right.
natural.
And what's the name of that key signature? I told you this is the one you got to remember.
Now, I don't remember that. If it has some mature.
C sharp, excuse me, C natural has no sharps and no flats.
Right.
So you have to remember the key signature for C, it has no sharps and no flats. Does that make sense?
So you would call that C major?
Yes. Hold on 1 second. All right. So that's the C. Which one is this?
Is that E flat? No, that's E sharp.
You just said 3 notes, man.
E sharp.
So how is
Is
it?
that
How is D sharp a half step up? A half step. How is E sharp a half step up from D sharp?
oh well then that's not it.
What's the last sharp you see right here?
Say that again, I didn't hear you that time.
No worries. What's the last sharp you see right here?
The last sharp is D.
So what's a half step up from D sharp?
F.
What? No.
Oh no, that's well yeah. In F I half step up from E.
Bruh, you just said the last sharp you see there is D sharp. Why are you saying E is the last sharp? What are you talking about? Stay focused. Right? So you just so what's the last sharp you see here?
D sharp.
There you go. What's the half step up from D sharp?
E natural.
There it is. Don't confuse yourself. What's this key signature?
See. Okay, the last sharp is C sharp.
There you go.
So half step up from that would be D.
Man, you cooking with grease. That's what I'm talking about. What's this one?
That's G sharp right there. A.
Thank you. So now,
And it's crazy because I play in those keys.
I know you do, but you know the thing about it is seeing it changes it a little bit. You understand?
Yeah, that's what's kind of making it kind of difficult, for me because I play by ear, and now this is totally out the box, so I'm having to catch on to this stuff.
Now, you have the order sharps, you have the order flats, okay? This is the way they're gonna look in both clefs. You see the key signatures on my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, that email that I sent you guys, it has the circle. I sent you guys an email with the circle of fifths in it, right? Did you get it?
Yes, I got it.
Okay. You have all the key signatures on there. Even the minor keys are on there. But we don't worry about the minor keys right now. There's the trick for the flat key signatures. If you have the key signatures written on the screen like you have right here, the name of the key signature is the second to last flat. So what's the name of this key signature that I'm pointing at right now?
That's C flat.
Thank you. But now what if I just have C flat, right? How do you figure it out? The way you figure it out, you know the name of the key is your second to last flat. So you will put that up and you know the next flat from knowing the order of sharps, right? Your order of
Right.
sharps are F sharp, C sharp, uh, 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 F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp, and B sharp. How can you figure that out? Easy. Count of five. F, and five up from F is C. Five up from C is G. Five up from D, five up from G is D, excuse me. Five up from D is A. Five up from A is E. Five
Hello.
from E is B. Huh?
Hey, did you know you had went out?
Oh, okay. No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah, you went out. So basically, the last thing I heard you say was F sharp comes first through C sharp, followed by C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp, and then you were going out after then.
I got you. So the order of sharps is F, C, G, D, A, E, and B. How do I know this? Very simple. You know your first sharp is F. Count of five. Five up from F gives you C. Five up from C gives you G. Five up from G gives you D. Five up from A, B, C, D, E. Five up from E, F, G, A, B. That's your order of sharps. If you read that backwards, that's your order of flats. So what I used to do on my test, right? In the upper left-hand corner, I write out the order sharps. Then I just simply write that backwards. So now I got the order flats and I label it order sharps, order flats. Boom. Now, let's say I got G flat major. I don't the notes is not written on the page, right? But underneath it, it says G flat. So I know I gotta put the notes on the page. So since I got G flat, I'm gonna take this G and I put it there because that's the name of the key, right? But I know that that's the second to last flat. So if I look at my order of flats, the flat that come after G is D. So then I go ahead, the flat that comes after G, excuse me, is C. So I will go ahead and put my C here. And then I go to the beginning. First flat is B flat, fill it in. The second flat is E. The third one is A. And I already got my D because I filled it in ahead of time, right? Well, no, put my D, excuse me, because I don't have D yet, sorry. So I put my D. Now, the last two is already put in there. So now I have that key signature written. This is how you do that, okay? Because you need to be ready to identify each one, because you can have one from each. So now, note duration and rhythm. That's what this is. This is where I had you guys build. I sent you guys this tree. All right. This is going to be your best friend when you start talking about rhythms. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. Because this is your answer key. And I told you guys for homework to go ahead and do one for the rest tree, right? So you guys have a tree like this. And you guys should have labeled it the same way I labeled mine. Same way you label the note tree, it's the exact same way you label the rest tree. This is your answer key. You might say answer key to what? Answer key to this. If you see this rhythm next week, how you count it? See, here's the thing, bro. Use the answer key. It's right here. It's your answers right here. Use it. So look at how the eighth notes are counted. Those are 2 eighth notes, right?
Yes.
So how does it tell you to count the first 2 eighth notes over here on the tree?
One and.
So this is one and. Well, first, before we even do that, let's look over here. This is telling us what's the time signature.
It's 2/4 time.
Which means?
Which means that there are 2 beats to a measure, and the quarter note gets the beat.
Okay, so that means this measure only gonna have 2 beats. And you said this is 1 and, which is correct. What's that one?
2.
So now that measure complete, right?
Yes.
So how do you count this measure?
3 and 4 and.
No. You said it's only 2 beats in a measure, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. So it couldn't be no 4 in there.
Nor could it be a 3. So how do you count this measure?
One.
The answer is right there on the note tree. Just cut and paste it in your mind. Quarter note gets how many beats?
It gets 1.
Okay, so then just say 1. Say it.
1.
There you go. Now we over here. How do you count this?
2, 3.
And
No, it wouldn't be 3. 1, 2.
think about it. So look, you already got the first beat taken care of. It's a quarter note. That's why you put 1 there, right? So
Yeah.
now on beat 2, where's beat 2 at? Should we count it like it's a quarter note? Should we count it like it was an eighth note? Should we count it like it's a 16th note? What do you think?
Count it like it's an 8th note.
Then do it. Don't think you're thinking too hard. Just do it. What beat we on?
1.
How we on beat 1? You already did that already. We on beat we on. You said that this quarter note was 1. We over here now. What beat we on? You're thinking too hard. What come after 1?
2.
Right. So what beat we on?
So we're on 2.
Yeah. So now how would you count B2? You said we counted like eighth notes, right? So let's do it. What's this? What beat we on?
And.
What beat are we on, sir?
Oh, we're on I don't know.
No, you just said what beat we on. Say it again. What beat are we on?
2.
2. Very good. So then this is what? This is what? You just said the answer. Say it again. So this is what beat?
Is that the and?
No. I just said, you just said the answer. You didn't say nothing about and yet, did we? Look right here. When you count the eighth notes, do you start counting the eighth notes with the and?
No, it's the eighth notes. No, it's just 1 and 2 and
Stop
that's
a
all.
second. We on two. We on beat 2, right? So don't look at no other beats but beat 2. How do you count the eighth notes that's there?
1.
Oh, no, no,
I
no, no.
I can't do this.
Focus with me today. Focus with me right now. We not on any other beats but beat 2. So that means you shouldn't say 1. You shouldn't say 3, nor should you say 4. We are focused on beat 2. How do you count the 2 eighth notes that are in beat 2 on the note tree?
1, 2.
Why you say 1, son? Does it say you what can you see my cursor? Can you see my cursor?
I see it now.
Okay. What is this? What number is next to this?
2.
What number is next? What is this?
There's no numbers, just a plus sign.
Which means,
And
so why was you saying and is over here by the 2? This is why I said to you, do the music tree. Label it on your own. Because if you don't label it, you will not really be able to read these rhythms and you won't be able to see the forest from the trees. Did you do this on your own? Did you label your own tree?
no, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I hope you wasn't gonna lie, because I can tell you didn't.
Don't make me laugh. I don't feel like laughing because I feel.
Hey man, listen, you gotta laugh, man. You gotta laugh. You gotta always laugh. Laugh is what keeps you going. But I'm on your head right now because this is what I was saying to you long time ago, bruh. You gotta, like, if you really wanna learn the information, internalize it, and have it locked in, you have got to do what I tell you to do. I promise you, I won't give you any busy work. I'm gonna tell you what you need to do, how you need to do it. If you do it, it's gonna be easy. If you don't, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in the middle of the sea trying to dog paddle. So now, getting back to what we're talking about. This is 2, and that's and, right?
Yes.
What is this?
And is that how you count it? 2 and
You count this as 2, and that is and. This will never be an and.
well, then the note before that.
It's 1. Look at the quarter notes. The note before that is a
Okay.
quarter note. So this whole thing is 1, right? This whole
Where's your
thing is
cursor at?
B2. This whole thing is B3. That whole thing is B4. So if we look at this measure, this is the beginning of the measure, that's the end of the measure. This is the first note there. So this is going to encompass beat 1. So once you say 1 is for here, we no longer on beat 1. Now we're over here. These are eighth notes. So you wouldn't look anywhere on the chart but the eighth notes. Chart tells you that you count the eighth notes as 2 and. You look here, this is 2 and that's and.
Okay.
You
Okay.
gotta do the chart, because I'm telling you this now, you're gonna get all the rhythms wrong if you don't do that chart, bro.
2, 1.
Because what'll happen? What's gonna happen if you have an eighth note tied to 2 16th notes? And how would that? Let me see if I can give you an example of how that would look. I think I have one here. No, that's not it. Oh, let me see. course, that would not. That was my example I had for you. Of course, it would look stupid. Here you go. Eighth notes tied to two 16th notes. How do I count this? You see where it says number 8?
Yes.
How do I count that? Now, if you had your rhythm tree labeled, you would know that all I'm going to do is simply take the first eighth note, first half of the eighth note beat pattern, right? And I'm going to connect it to the second half of the 16th note beat pattern. So this is 1 and duh. That's it. This is the reverse of that. So I'm going to take the first half of the 16th note pattern and connect it to the second half of the 8th note pattern. 1 E and. It's actually very simple, but you have to master the tree first. Because once you master the tree, all you doing is cut and pasting. So for example, all you did was take this eighth note and connect it to these eighth notes. 1 and or you're taking these 16th notes, connecting it to this eighth note. 1 E and. It's actually very simple when you do the tree, because that's your answer key. I can say something like 1, 2, 3, and 4. That could be a complete measure in 4/4. Or it could be 1, 2, 3, and 4 E and. It can be jumbled up in so many different ways. It's not even funny. You could have a situation where you go 1, and these are written like eighth notes, so it would be well, let me do it over here in the right area. It'd be 1, and these will be written like eighth notes, right? So it'll still be E and duh. That would look like, oh, I thought I had one of those on here. Well, don't worry about that, because I'm not going to put that one on the test. That's a bit difficult. But you will see something like this on the test, guarantee you. You take that to the bank, you see that on the test right there.
The one that's highlighted?
Yeah. You take that to the bank. Cash in and pay your mortgage with it. You'll see that on the test. Now, major scale building. Very simple. If you have your key signature, I say, build me a C major scale. You put the key signature for C major, and then you go right C to C, and you're done. Now, that circle of fifths that I gave you, it'll help you understand which minor scale goes with that. So if I say, okay, give me an A minor scale, all you got to do is put the key signature for C major in there and go A to A. But if I say, give me an A harmonics minor scale, then you got to know that you got to raise the 7th scale degree in A. So in that situation, your G would be sharp. If it was a melodic minor scale, you would make your F and your G sharp on the way up, and then your F and your G natural on the way down. That's your test, brother. Use these rhythm exercises that's here. This is here for a reason. If you can clap this, you can count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, rest. 3, 4. Now, I said rest, but you would still count the number, right? I just said that for this one example. So the way I would really count it is this: 1, 2, 3, 4. But if I clapped it, it would sound like this: 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Level 2, once you master that. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. You understand?
Do that last one again.
So I'm a clap for the top. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. You see how I didn't clap on the rest, but I still counted this. It still beat 3. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, brother, man. You know what you need. You got any questions?
No, I just need to go back and study. That's all I need to do.
And I know you will smash on this test. Just do your best. You got it, man.
Appreciate it.
No problem, my brother. No problem. All right, man. You have a good day.
You have a blessed day too. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.